Hello, I'm Elgato and welcome back to the video. So I want to make a big recommendation to do with the console version of Minecraft because there is a brand new console version that is available, and because this version is based on the Pocket Edition / Windows 10 edition, a keyboard is much more heavily integrated into the game because they just kind of assume you have one. This means there's lots of different functions you can use if you have a keyboard, and in today's video I'm going to be making a big recommendation that you get yourself a keyboard for this version of the game. I'm going to be making recommendations not only on which keyboard you use. I've got 3 different types I'm going to be talking about, for all different types of budgets, costing between about £5 dollars or euros, or £20 dollars or euros, somewhere in that ballpark. I'll talk about where you can buy them, as well as talk about what amazing things you can do in the game if you do have a keyboard. So hopefully you do all enjoy this video talking about those things. We have a face cam just so I can physically show you what I've got going on here, so hopefully you do enjoy the video. Like if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like this sort of video. But let's get straight into talking about what I've been using for videos for the past while, because I have been enjoying it. It's been making videos more pleasant, but it's also making the game more pleasant when I need to talk on a server or something, because I don't have to do this whole like, oh, I'm gonna slowly, because chatting normally you just have to be like, oh yeah, well, you can just copy your own thing, but like, hello, I'm IBX, okay, I spelled that wrong, whatever, we'll just keep going, and then you have to slowly go for each one, and by that time, the chats move forwards. So what I recommend is getting yourself a keyboard, either on the bottom of your controller, this is my preferred method, or if you really want, you can go the full way, and you can get yourself a keyboard which just plugs in. So we'll talk about all 3 options. Let's first talk about the keyboard you can physically plug in. Bear in mind, this is my main keyboard, this is the keyboard I started YouTube with. I'm really sentimental to it, even though it looks really gross, I'm aware. I use it sometimes, I plug it into my console, and that means that you can just immediately start typing, like, time, and then set, and then if you actually get the spaces right, time, set, and then 5,000, and you can change the time of day. You can be like, /give, toycat, and then pick yourself a block, like log2, for instance, and then you can give yourself a block. You can do that sort of stuff, all the command stuff you need to, really, really quickly if you have a keyboard, and if you have a desk like myself you play this on, or somewhere to keep a keyboard, you can just, whenever you need to type, you can just do that, press T, and then type what you want to do. So, hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm keeping up with the chat, and arguably keep, talking faster than Pocket Edition players, faster than every Xbox players, and almost as fast as many PC players. Welcome, I guess I'll be back to another video. So you see that? It's really fast, it's easy, and you can type with a physical keyboard. Any USB keyboard should work on your Xbox, and the cool thing about this is if you do have a physical keyboard, again, you can buy these on eBay for like $5, $10, $5, pounds, euros. This one cost me about £7, maybe 8 or 9 years ago now. But yeah, basically you can pick up a keyboard, and if you do that, you can not only, type in the chat by pressing T and then typing, like, okay, chat. You can only type commands by doing / and then, whatever you want to do. So I really don't know. I always get like stuck what command to do, so like just, I don't know, set world spawn here or something. But yeah, you can do all those sorts of things, but also you can use it for 2 other functions. First of all, you can control your entire Xbox with this. You can do this on any game. If you press the Windows key on any keyboard that's at least Windows based, the Windows key brings up the Xbox guide, which I think is kind of fun personally. So as well as that, you can also control the game itself, the menus and stuff, and unlike any other console game I've ever seen, you can also control the game using a keyboard. So I have no mouse right here, so it's not too valuable to do this, but if you want, you can control the game with your keyboard as well as chatting. So I can go forwards and then say hi, and then keep on using, the thing. So if you're a sort of guy who really loves the keyboard input method, and for some reason you're playing Minecraft console anyway, this is the update for you, because now you can just use your regular keyboard. If you have a keyboard like mine, it's really heavy to lift up, but if it glows and you really love it and stuff, then you can, use that in the game, and I think that's kind of wonderful. So yeah, this is the first recommendation. Pick yourself up a pretty cheap keyboard on eBay, Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description, hopefully, so you can find the cheapest keyboard I could find on Amazon, both US and UK. But if you want to pick something that's like a bit more integrated into the controller experience, so you don't have to drop it and then pick this up, because you might not save time doing that, then there's 2 keyboards you can get, or at least there's 1 keyboard you should get, and there's 1 keyboard I got because, wait, we have to unplug this and then plug this up thing in, because basically I'm going to make a recommendation that although this has its own purpose, I lost the little dongle that I need to plug this in, so I guess I need to find that before anything else. But yeah, so let's assume that I did find that, then you're going to have a controller built in, a keyboard built into the bottom of your controller that looks something like this. Basically, this is the cheap version. This cost me about £13, so about $15, about 15 euros, and the more expensive one is about £25, dollars, euros. You can, I'll show that one on the screen somewhere. Basically, you can pick up either of these ones from the store. Again, the official one is a bit bigger buttons, so it's easier to use. It has more things available because it has 2 key things. But this keyboard I liked a bit better because it just has the backslash key, that one right there. You can just see that, you can press that really easily. And then as well as that, something handy you can do. I lost the little USB dongle. So it's because, again, the downside to this controller is you save about £10, $10, €10, and then you also gain the ability to do this. But the downside is it doesn't have every key on here. So sometimes to do underscores, you have to go into the game menu. Might not be worth it for you. Also, you have to have a little dongle plugged into your thing. Oh, here it is. It was something else bad. So you have to have a little dongle where you can plug into your thing. So if you do that, it's really quite tricky. It looks like this. It's this big because this is wireless, but it's only wireless from this to this. So you still have to waste a USB port on your Xbox, which might not be your thing. Again, this is kind of like the mid-range option. It's what I picked because, again, the regular keyboard looked expensive, and I was like, let's try out the budget option because, you know, who has £25 to spend on a keyboard? So once you do that, you can not only type commands by doing this. Again, you can type most things, spaces, slashes, etc. But you can't, the big thing you can't do is you can't do underscores. So you need those sometimes for like some blocks and stuff. Might be a deal breaker for you, might not be, but it's something you can do. And also, the cool thing about this that I'm not going to build into my routine, but you could, is you can use the number keys that you can see right here, and you can actually press those, and as you're going to see, they actually activate different slots on the hotbar. So if you want to just immediately, you know, like let's say you got some PvP skills, immediately go to your diamond sword, then you go like that, or immediately go to your logs, you can go like, quartz, you can do it like that. If you memorize how these keys are laid out, you can use them as like an extension to your keyboard, and that's kind of wonderful if you ask me. The fact that the keyboard also functions as a way to control the game. So this is the kind of middle option. The downsides are the fact that you have to have a USB dongle, and the fact that the keyboard is missing the underscore key, at least as far as I can tell. The upside though is you can do @signs really easily. Like you just have to press, wait, let me show you. So you can do @signs really easily for like @p and stuff. So yeah, this keyboard is really the middle of the range option. You save about £10. You might hate yourself for the fact that like it's a little bit harder to use, and the fact that you're missing the underscore key. But if those things are fine, and you're fine with losing a USB port, this is the controller for you. So, sorry, the keyboard for you. So if you're willing to spend a bit more money, then again, the most expensive option is the official Xbox keyboard. So this is the one that they really recommend you buy, and it's perfectly set up so that you can do a bunch of stuff. It works the same way as this, except without the dongle, and it has access to more buttons, and also the buttons are wider, so it's a little bit easier to use as well. And if you want to like splash some cash, 25 whole pounds, you know, that's a lot of money to just drop on a keyboard, then you could do that. But the cool thing about this is, again, it's not just for Minecraft, it helps you Minecraft a lot. So if you play Minecraft for something like 30 hours a week, let's say I play it, it's probably a lot more than that some weeks and a lot less some weeks, but if you play Minecraft like a decent number of hours a day or a week, like even 2 hours a day, think about how much you're improving those 2 hours a day by being able to just chat to your friends and say, hi friends, oh wait, that's hate friends. Well, you know what, I hate friends. I can't type. I'm terrible. That's me saying hi friends on the fly. As you can see, I'm really good at spelling. And yeah, if you want to if you want to do stuff like that, then yeah, I'd say it's a worthwhile recommendation. If you want to do it occasionally for like commands and stuff where you just don't want to worry about that stuff, I would say get the cheaper keyboard, or even better yet, find a keyboard somewhere in your house. The free option is to find a cheap keyboard that someone's left around, do that, and that's what I recommend. And if you want to spend more money, you're like, you know what, £25, not enough for me, Toycat, I want to drop all the money, then you can get yourself like some sort of fancy keyboard. Again, I got a glowing Corsair K90 RGB. I really like it. Look, it glows, isn't it? I mean, it does rainbow colors. If you want a keyboard like this, you can drop as much money as you humanly like. You can get a gold-plated one for like 30 grand if you want. And yeah, if you want to spend a lot of money on a keyboard, you can do that, and it will work on your Xbox. So you can spend any amount of money you like between free and all the money in the world. That's your options. I hope you all enjoyed this video, giving you a guide on not only, you know, how to use a controller, why you should get a keyboard, but also what the keyboard can do, because it's not just useful, you know, for chat. It's not just useful for commands. It's also useful for menus sometimes, which I think is kind of nice, and it's also really, really nice for it's really nice for the fact that you can just immediately press like this with the keyboards. And then one more thing is the book and quill. I should mention, if you've ever wanted to type a story in Minecraft, and the old version, you know, you can technically do it there too, but if you want to type a story to people that they get when they open your world, all you have to do is find that, which I'm terrible at, so we'll just type like the book and the quill. I honestly haven't checked if it's not, there it is. So as you can see, this came fairly recently. I remember it was like a big deal on an update, and you can type yourself an entire book if you'd like to. So, hello, I am a genie. This is really, really high quality spelling. Again, this keyboard is like hard for me to use because it's all square and aligned to each other. Most keyboards aren't quite like that. So something that you might want to do. But still, you can type an entire book as beautiful as that, and then you can and then so let's just give it a title. Book. That's okay. As you can see, I'm really good at this typing on the fly thing. So yeah, if you've ever wanted to do that, then you can do it a lot better with the keyboard. And if you even type one book, I'd say it's worth picking up. But yeah, free options. I'll hopefully link all of them in the description down below. Like this if you liked it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel. And if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you very much for watching. See, we cut off the video just before 10 minutes, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.